Damn upgrade.
Right?
They're like taking all these good pictures, and I'm over here like, what is this?
So this turns out to be, he has a nice trigeminal, so I may not want to use him, but I guess I'll use him anyway because he doesn't have much here. Okay, so brain stem dissection. And if we looked at this, this was what? I got this, I can use. If this is what?
Brainstem?
Spinal cord. So then this,
That's the brainstem.
which part?
This
Medulla.
the pons.
Yes, and then the midbrain.
Midbrain.
So I want to separate that from the rest of the brain. And I turn it over and it looks like, oh my goodness, this is sitting on top of it. What's this?
Cerebellum.
Cerebellum. So I'm going to try and remove him from the rest of the brainstem. So I look here and I see tissue and I'm going to go like that. I'm going to remove the cerebellum from the brainstem. This.
Oh, really quiet. This is a serious procedure, guys.
There we go. Look at that. There's our cerebellum.
Beautiful. Looks like cauliflower.
Yeah. And here you can see we went here. We said this was spinal cord, medulla, pons, midbrain, and now we have spinal cord and we have the medulla in the area of the pons. And what's this up here?
That fun word.
Colliculi, and then the inferior colliculi, and we know that they're on the dorsal surface of the midbrain. Great. Okay, so we're all set there. So we know we've got medulla, pons, and midbrain. But I need to take that out more. So I'm going to go through in here, and I am going to cut through what sits right on top of the midbrain. What sits right on top of the midbrain?
One of the glands, the pineal gland.
Well, it is on top here. But when you do the 4 areas of the brain, and we drew it from the side and you had your picture, what was the egg that sat right on top of the midbrain? What are the 4 parts of the brain? Cerebrum, cerebellum, brainstem, and
oh, that other one.
That other one.
diencephalon. Remember, it was like an egg sitting there, and then you had the hypothalamus coming down from it. So I have to cut through the diencephalon to separate him from the rest of the brain. So that's what I'm doing. And so what part of the diencephalon was that egg that was sitting? It looked like an egg. Diencephalon is made of what?
Oh. Tissue.
Thalamus and hypothalamus.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Thalamus, does it ring a bell a little bit?
The thalamus and the hypothalamus.
Okay, the test is coming up Thursday, okay? All right, so what we've got is I cut through the thalamus. You saw it on your section right here. Did you see the thalamus right here? Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay, and here was the brain, here was the midbrain, the colliculi, right? And here is the thalamus. Okay, sits right on top, and so that's where it was, just anterior. And so now I've got my brainstem dissection. Now the parts you need to know. When this was sitting here, I had to cut through the connections between the medulla and the cerebellum. And when I cut through, and the midbrain here, and when I cut through them, can you see that it looks white? Yeah. Shiny white? What does that tell you? Shiny white. Glistening white. No. What's myelin? Remember the myelin sheet on the axons is shiny white? Yeah. So whenever I've got shiny white here,
shiny white is myelin.
I say shiny glistening white. When I say that, that's the clue. Myelin. So